Hello, everybody, or rather, I should say hola, because I'm bringing to you this episode of Reading to You all the way from Barcelona, Spain. In today's episode of Reading to You, I am sharing a piece, an excerpt from a book that's considered to be almost a masterpiece in the modern African literature, written by Chinua Achebe, the great professor, poet, novelist from the Nigerian background. Chinua Achebe, in his book Things Fall Apart, crafts beautiful wisdom, ancestral, rural, cultural wisdom, into these small and fascinating, subtle ways that you can almost feel like he's telling you your story and the story of your people. So he might be talking about his tribe, his cultural setting, but it actually transcends that and makes you feel it's your narrative too. So, in today's episode of Reading to You, I am reading an excerpt from Things Fall Apart, in which Chinua Achebe writes, I believe in the complexity of the human story, and that there is no one way you can tell a story and say, this is it, this is the story. Always there will be someone who can tell it differently depending on where they are standing. The same person telling the same story will tell it very differently. He says, I think of the masquerade in the Ibu festival that dances in the public arena. The Ibu people say, if you want to see it well, the masquerade, you must not stand in one place. The masquerade is moving through this big public arena, dancing. If you are rooted to a spot, you will miss a lot of grace. So you keep moving. And this way, he says, I think the world story should be told from many different perspectives. And if they require for us to move our stance, to change our positions, then so be it. Because that's how the world's story should be told. Isn't that fascinating? There's another beautiful story I love, almost like a folklore from the book, and it says that the mosquito wanted to marry the year. And as soon as the year heard it, the proposal, she fell off to the ground laughing in fits of uncontrollable laughter at this ambitious idea of the mosquito and saying almost offensively, how many years do you have, do you think, to be alive? You're already a skeleton. The mosquito went away feeling very embarrassed. And that is why every time the mosquito passes the year, it makes the sound to remind the year it's still around. Isn't that awesomely amazing and something probably you didn't know? And that's from the book Things Fall Apart. So if you get a chance, pick up this African, or I would just say literature masterpiece, to familiarize yourself with fiction that could actually easily get into the category of self-help as well, because there's so many life lessons and metaphors for living your best life you can derive out of that one novel. And that was his first novel, Things Fall Apart, Chinua Achebe. So get your copies and share with me if you find another beautiful excerpt in the book. I will see you in another episode of Reading to You, and thank you so much for sending so much love and so much of inspiration my way. It cheers me on to keep doing this amidst all my crazy travel and bring to you some of my favorite bookmarked reads. See you next time.